What do you like?
We're live. We're live. Yo, what is going on, Steeler Nation? We are back with episode 215 of the take it away.
Steel
Steel
Factory
Factory
Podcast.
Podcast. One of my co-hosts today.
Here we go. Oh, me.
All right. My bad.
Someone said a joke right when we started recording, so that's why we're fucking all over the place. But post bye week, Saints week. How was the bye week for you guys? How was it like not taking a loss?
We're no longer the worst offense in the NFL.
We moved up.
I take that as a huge, massive win for us.
Huge, massive win for Canada.
You know,
Top
it's
31 now?
funny.
What's
You know
funny?
The Colts offense is a whole yard worse per play than every other offense in the league. A whole yard worse per play than every other offense in the league, and we're still barely better than them.
How about this though? This is interesting. I think the only two teams that have like a worse offense than us fired their head coaches this year already, and barely going into week 9 here, right? Week 9, week 10, 10, 9. How's that?
I feel pretty good. I think we know where this is going. I think we know who's on the hot seat or whose seat is just evaporated into dust. Canada. That fucker's gone.
I think
Yeah,
the Roonies are just sparing the humility. And I think this is just the way they've gone about business the last 50 years. They won't fire a guy midway through the year. And yeah, it's gonna suck this year, but you know, hopefully we do something this offseason. We'll make an episode, a formal episode. Scouting potential OCs. That'll be a fun video to make at the end of the season. But for now, we're stuck with Canada. What else? What did Chewy do this bye week? Did you guys throw on Red Zone the whole Sunday?
Yeah, I was sick.
Yeah, I kind of took like a break. I didn't go all in on Red Zone. I just watched the Witching Hour.
Witching Hour is fucking sick. How about how many games were tied at like 17-17?
17-7.
That was insane. No, and then the Bills, not the Bills, the Chiefs and Chiefs play were like 17-17. They didn't go into overtime too at that point.
Did.
That's insane.
Yeah, Titans.
How about Malik Willis though? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't fucking watch.
Did you guys at least get a look at the stat line?
He had 5 completed passes. No receivers caught a ball.
What? How about the fucking Jets though?
That loss isn't looking as bad. The Bills loss though is looking pretty bad too. No.
Nah, the Jets defense is legit.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers win looks better.
Penny's who did they beat? The Rams? Well, the Rams have looked pretty sorry this year. No, but Penny's losses don't look that bad, man. And this, I mean, I've been saying this all year. This back half of the schedule is a lot easier. A little too late now to do anything, but to say that we're gonna end up with a top 5 pick would be stupid. Which, as much as it's a wash, because pretty much it's Super Bowl or a bust, right, guys?
Naturally.
Yeah, you ain't first, you're last. So what's the point of finishing 8 and 9? But we all know where this is gonna head. I mean, even with Canada, the defense gets TJ Watt back. Who knows? Who knows though? Do we want to get into the Saints already? Wait. Other news came up this week on Monday. Or was it Monday? Frank Reich, the Colts coach, got fired, and right away, his name came up as a potential next Steelers OC. How would you guys feel about this? Frank Reich taking over as OC, pending the inevitable Canada fire at the end of the year.
I feel pretty good. I mean, last year's Colts offense, headed by Carson Wentz, who is not a good quarterback, was actually really solid. It was one of the better ones in the NFL. And then he was part of the Philadelphia Super Bowl offense. And that offense was crazy good. It had a lot of really creative play calling, and it utilized all of its talent really well.
Really special.
Obviously, they won a fucking Super Bowl, so like, he definitely knows what he's doing this far. He won a Super Bowl against Bill Belichick. So from an offensive perspective, like game planning, like the game planning against Philadelphia's offense from New England side must have been crazy, right? So he knows he must know what he's fucking doing as
Where
far as
was
building offenses.
where was the current Eagles coach at beforehand?
He was the Colts OC 2 years ago.
Under Reich?
Yeah.
And Reich was the wow. See, this is just a pipeline that the Steelers don't have of offensive coaches.
Andy Reid tree, pretty much. It's all Andy Reid's tree.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I mean, you look at the Colts and you just look at a different starting quarterback each year. The past 6 years since Andrew Luck retired. I mean, you could even last year Andrew Luck started. I mean, you went from Luck to Jacoby Brissett, Philip Rivers, Carson Wentz, and then Matt Ryan got benched midway through this year.
And now Ellinger.
Oh, Ellinger, yeah, we'll see how he looks. I don't know, man. Maybe just lack of consistent quarterback play, having a different quarterback each year may have hurt his situation, but who knows? I mean, if he's looking for an OC job and not looking for a head coaching job, I'd be cool with it. I wouldn't be mad. It's definitely an upgrade. I mean, but that's not saying much.
I think like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 6.5.
6.5. Not the direction you want to go in terms of getting a new OC. Like you definitely want a new, younger mind. But it's not a bad choice, I guess. It's a safe choice, I'd say, right? And that's all of the Roonies and the Steelers have been past few years, just playing safe.
Who is the
Up?
Like to get a head coach, I mean, an OC that was a head coach, because you know you're gonna have him for a longer period of time, and that might help Pickett overall. Like if you get a young guy, he might only be there for 2 years.
Right.
Yeah, well, he kind of rebuilds his like resume, I guess, or not rebuilds his resume, but like, well,
But Reich is kind of up there though. I think I did the age check. He's over 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't he play in the 90s?
He was the backup for. Was he the backup for Jim Kelly on the Bills?
Yeah. He's 60 years old. Yeah. Wow.
So if he's gonna be a head coach, it has to be now. I don't know. We'll see. Is there history of hiring like an offensive, I guess, consultant midway through the year? Can he hop on a job that quick?
He could.
He wouldn't be play calling though, right? Or he could implement things. He could be a useful resource, but I mean, you're at week 9 now. I don't think you do much.
Yeah, I don't think he's looking for a job right now. He's probably sitting at home with his check.
Yeah, he's collecting paychecks, at least. Junior, you had a point. What was that?
I was gonna say, like, we're talking about like Frank Reich because he has a solid history of building offenses, but right now, like, that's obviously not looking so good with the Colts being literally the worst offense in the league, and he's the one that's been calling plays.
Is there he was also missing Jonathan Taylor this year, or for I think here and there.
Well,
is there a lot of
big problem with the Colts?
What happened?
I was gonna say the big problem with the Colts right now is like they should on paper have the best O-line in the league, just because last year they had the best O-line in the league, and this year they went even harder with it and they put even more money. I think they have the most expensive offensive line in the league, and it is actually like just garbage. Like their quarterbacks have zero time to throw at all. And obviously that opens up like 0 lanes for JT if your O-line is garbage. But yeah, like it's like their O-line being this bad is legitimately like unprecedented. So I don't know what that's about, but that's probably a huge reason why the offense is terrible down there. And I wanted to say like another thing is we should get wherever the fucking Miami head coach, like wherever he's coming from, we should just get that position again because he's built an amazing offense. Like Tua's not that good, but he has built like a really great offense. But obviously he has great receiving talent down there, and we should, I think, look for someone through that like head coaching line.
It's definitely interesting, the Niners tree, the Shanahan tree. It's really interesting though, seeing how many just random young. I mean, I don't want to say random because they have the background already in the league, but just how many come up almost every year, and it's just like wow, they're on fire right now.
Vikings coach.
Yeah, I mean, did we try to do that with Canada? He had little to no qualifications outside of coaching 1 year at Pitt and having like the 9th ranked offense, and recruiting Mike Tomlin's son to Maryland and getting him a scholarship. Where were the credentials? It was a terrible choice.
Yeah, it was bad.
You know,
And
what?
Tomlin
Like,
allowed him to go all in by bringing in the O-line coach that he wanted. There's a couple other position coaches that we basically all pulled from this past offseason.
Weren't they from the Panthers?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
fuck.
God, it's not
What
great.
are we doing?
I mean, I salute Tomlin for being all in on his guy. Like, that's respectable. Just wasn't the right guy. And,
That's
you know,
true.
we've been talking about Canada, the play calling all year long. And we will continue to do it as long as this offense is underperforming.
You know what we should do? Like even if we get the next like young stud OC that we know is gonna be an offensive coordinator, we hire from within anyway. We just keep cycling up, dude, until that talent pool
Yeah. So
runs
you
dry.
allow that guy to bring in his men, his QB coach, his receiver coach, whatever, pass game coordinator, whatever they call it, O-line
Yeah.
coach, tight end coach. You do things like that to allow them to leave, I guess, a pipeline within your system, and we have not had that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think best case scenario, you hire like a quarterback coach from one of the top 3 offenses.
Maybe the Eagles one. The Vandy Weidl's history there.
Maybe.
But then
Next
again,
season.
let's we can do a nice formal episode and really talk about like who we think is like gonna be best, especially because I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know any of these guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw one name right here, Garrett Riley. Just throwing it out. We'll come back to this in
Lincoln
January.
Riley, Lincoln Riley's younger brother. TCU,
The ultra dark horse.
TCU was 4 in the college football ranking, right?
I think so.
God,
His first year as the OC, bud.
that is yeah. He's gonna go somewhere. Moving along then. The Saints just got obliterated by the Ravens on Monday Night Football, and that's who we play next. Does that make you feel better? I mean, you guys want to lose, right? I'm the only one here that's just like, I have integrity. I don't want to fucking tank. But at the same time, too, as cool as it sounds, having a top 10 pick, top 5 pick, I just trust this team to not give up already. And then TJ Watt coming back.
I want a top 5 pick so we can flip it into 3 first rounders.
You do exactly what the Dolphins did. I'm down with that.
Literally, just do what the Dolphins are doing. But like they are fucking built. Like they could probably make a championship run with Tua next year, and he's not even good.
How are the
Like, that's
Bears? How are the Bears gonna finish this year? Are they gonna get us a high second rounder when we end up finishing with like the 15th pick, and then that'll be like the 47th in the second round?
Cap. I think they'll have like a top 44 pick or something like that.
Ideally, is the Bears OC, is that what's turning Justin Fields around too? Or did he always have the talent?
They're just building the offense around him now. Before they weren't like all in, now they are.
That's what our OC has to do. You got to build around your franchise quarterback. Still figuring out if that's Kenny. Tailor to him, his strengths. You kind of hide the weaknesses, and you get your fucking offense rolling. And Canada's trying to get him to play in his scheme. Scheme's fucking for high schoolers. All right, we're past that. We're past it. All right, Saints in Pittsburgh. 1 p.m. game. Not much else to be said. Any thoughts on the Saints? I think we can start with the Monday night.
The Saints look like shit, dude.
The Saints are a weird team.
Are we getting Jameis Winston or Andy Dalton this week?
I think Dalton.
I think we're getting Dalton.
Dalton, the Red Bomber.
It's a red rifle, fool.
Red rifle.
No,
the red BB gun.
Like don't disrespect the most mediocre quarterback of the 2010s.
Didn't know, but actually that connection, him and AJ Green, was always had me nervous and at the edge of my seat. What, 2014 or 2015?
Dude, AJ Green moves like he has cinder blocks like on every limb of his body now. He's so fucking slow.
It's cooked. First game without Chase Claypool. Steven Sims expected to take up the slot role. What do you want to see out of the offense? More than 1 touchdown, hopefully.
I see 2 Kenny touchdowns. I think the Saints, their cornerbacks are all fucked up right now.
Scared of the Honey Badger? True? I know they still have. Wait, how is Lattimore their corner? Dude, yeah. See, it's hard for me to know some of these.
I think
Thanks
their
for
corners are
calling.
injured right now, right?
I have no idea, but Lattimore's on
Fuck.
the team.
I want to say the Saints corners are fucked up right now. I want to say that our O line is dog shit, but it is decent in pass protection, and I want to see Kenny really fucking do something out there.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't. I was hoping we would get. I really hope this Mike Tomlin video doesn't play. I'm looking for the injury report. I was really hoping we could get a good game for Kenny that'll boost his confidence. We just he didn't. He just went up against too good a competition off rip. I was hoping he could have a game where he'd look sharp all the way through a complete game. Multiple touchdowns. I think now we could finally get that game. A good game to boost the morale and the confidence of our young QB. Over 250 yards, couple touchdowns. That's what I'm looking for here. Maybe we can finally establish the run game. I heard Jalen Warren is going to be worked up to 30% of the snaps. Are you guys cool with that?
Fine. It's cool. It's not a lot.
That's not, yeah.
I heard one take though that Steeler fans or the Steelers are nervous to see what would happen if Jalen Warren started a game, getting like over 100 yards.
Why would we be nervous if he's
Because then
better than
you
not being
figured out
better?
your fucking first round pick last year's a bust.
I've already settled on that.
My jersey's
I,
not
yeah,
looking good in the closet right now.
I don't
I,
like Najee.
I settled on first round running backs are not worth it like 5 years ago.
Yep. Ready for Travis Dye? Is it Travis Dye?
That was not a top. He's
Not
like a
getting
5th round pick at best.
ready to get him in the 5th round.
Yeah, I'm down for sure.
We don't have a 5th rounder actually.
Straight up.
We'll trade up. We'll trade up.
Trade up. We'll dump a 7th to move up of our 6th. I want to see the offense move the ball more, despite Canada. To just get after Andy Dalton, man. TJ Watt comes back. Hopefully, he looks like good as new. Well rested for this playoff run we're about to go.
I don't know. I think that's not, the Saints are like one of the more weird teams. They beat the Seahawks and they beat the Raiders by
They
24.
beat the crap out of the Raiders, and they just got stomped by the Ravens. Who?
They lost to the Cardinals as well.
The Saints
They
lost to the
lost,
Cardinals.
yeah, and then they lost to the Vikings by 3. So
I guess you
feel
can
like
look at their quarterback play. Where has Jameis been starting? Where has Dalton been starting?
I think Jameis started the season. I think Dalton.
They're also missing Michael Thomas.
He's out for the year though.
Yeah. No, how long has he been out though? I saw the news that he got put it on. Oh, really? Okay, so played the whole year without him.
3 years.
Yeah, I know that, but I know. I just saw the IR news like this past week. Something. All right, cool. We're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Thomas has been out all year. He's been like week to week, but like
They just gave up.
they just finally put him on IR, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Which is it's some, I don't know, dude.
Chris Olave is on that team though, right?
He's their number 1 right now.
Okay.
Solid.
Okay. I'm leaning towards us pulling it out. I don't know if Tree wants to read the odds off now, and we can get into prediction.
Right, so the Steelers are not favored. The Saints are favored by 2.5 here, and the over/under is 40 points.
They're really getting us at the under or the.
Yeah, it's been going down.
Fuck! I can't wait to see what that over/under prediction is gonna be when we play the Colts in a couple weeks. Fucking 30. Go top to bottom again. Like, oh no, we gotta. I'm taking Steelers. Steelers in this one. Cover that. I'll go over.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going over that.
It's a bold prediction.
Yeah, it is pretty bold.
Are you taking your score though?
Did you watch?
We'll go scores. We'll go scores after.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take the Saints to cover, and I'm gonna take the under.
Fuck.
I'm gonna take the under.
All right, let's go scores now. Score predictions starting now. Chewy, top to bottom right here.
I go 23-14 Saints.
Wait, did I say the Saints win? Nah,
You didn't say anything
I'm gonna
yet.
switch. Oh, oh wait, I
You just said
we
over
just said.
under.
Oh, okay. No, I as much as it pains me to say it, I think we're gonna win this one. I see a nice 17-14 game right now. I, I I just don't think the Saints are good. I just don't think the Saints are good. I mean, they're such an awkward team, right? Because it seems like they play up to their opponents, but they play down to their opponents, and they're just really random. They're really weird. Like they fucking shut down Tom Brady, which isn't hard to do this
They've had a
year.
history of beating the Bucks, though, haven't they? They've been really good in their division.
Yeah, they always destroy Tom Brady, and they always destroy Mike Evans. But that's weird. I don't know. I don't know. The Saints are a weird team. They've won a lot of games that you wouldn't have thought they would win, and they've lost a lot of really bad games. But I don't think they pull this one out though. I think we win. And it sucks because I really want the top 5 pick.
Um, well, I've been saying this that we're just gonna randomly rip off a few. It's gonna shut down any. Get TJ Watt back. You get the Saints off a short week. They played on Monday night and they're on the road. I'm taking Steelers though, and I'm taking them 27-16. Yeah, we're putting up 27 this game, guys. That's
How
Have we scored that much this year?
most we scored is like
Have we-
23. But yeah, we're gonna put points on the board here. Kenny's had enough of losing. He called out the offense after our last game, and we're gonna put up 27.
what did we score the last 2 games combined? Like the thing is,
23.
I would take under 27. Yeah. There you go.
The thing is here we're not going up against top 10 defenses. Finally. And that'll segue to the next segment. Do we want to start us off with his favorite part of the podcast?
Under. I'm gonna go 50 yards over under for Najee rushing.
Under. Jalen Warren breakout
under.
game pending or incoming. TJ Watt, 1.5 sacks.
Take over.
Gee, I'm going over on that.
I think he just gets 1.
You think he'll be on a limited snap count? Do we know anything about
Well,
that at all?
I think he goes all in. He had the extra 2 weeks. He didn't play against the Eagles. He goes all in though.
Was that even part of like what was the timeline originally? 6 weeks from week 1?
It was 4 to 6 from after week 1. And then it was supposed to be after the Dolphins game. So that would have been the Eagles game. But then he had the knee surgery too. I don't know how much longer I prolonged that. So they just said fuck it. But he did practice leading up to the Eagles game. Like everyone was kind of wondering, and I really thought he was gonna play. But he had made a difference.
Okay.
Probably not.
So at this point, his chest is like looking closer to 100%, probably like 90ish.
I would say. Also, defensive touchdowns. I think this is why we put up 27. First of all, we have one.
Where did the other 21 come from though?
Kenny's arm.
Fuck.
Over under 1 or half a defensive touchdown.
That's so hard to do that.
Yeah. You know how rare those are?
All right. What happened?
If we get 3 total this season, I would be surprised.
We only have 1, right? The Minka pick 6 to start the year.
Week 1, yeah. What about over under 2.5 turnovers forced
By all around or just by us?
by us?
Going
2.5,
under. I'm going under. There's gonna be a pick 6 and an Andy Dalton fumble.
Okay.
Oh. I
I'll
didn't know
take
you saw the
under.
game already.
I did see that.
That ain't no
I just
guess.
got back from watching it actually.
Stupid fuck.
Over under Kenny rushing yards 30.
Under.
Hey, I'm gonna go under. It's gonna be a cold one actually in Pittsburgh this weekend. I looked at the weather.
Wouldn't that mean he'd have more?
No, he's not gonna be wanting to run the ball. He's gonna.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? I don't
Is
know.
that how it works? I don't fucking know. No,
Can we look
actually,
back
Kenny's
at?
gonna have like 65 rushing yards. I'm taking the over on that. Kenny's gonna fucking go at it.
It'd
All
be
right,
nice if
what?
you could throw a read option in there every once in a
Canada
while.
can't do anything, man.
Literally, like, just copy other teams' plays. They literally play them every week. There's
Oh, didn't we try that against the Browns? We tried to copy the Jets' offense.
with Mitch.
Yeah, and then the Browns said we thought that they were copying the Jets' game
Oh,
plan
what the
against the
fuck? I
Jets.
didn't know that. Wait, but that sounds actually like so real though.
I mean, he could copy the game plan, but you don't if you can't call the
what?
plays correctly.
So the Jets beat the Browns, and we were trying to like just fucking do it again.
Yeah, like week 2 they beat the
remember,
Browns.
remember the Browns are up like by like 15 at the end, and like 2 minutes left, and the Jets just fucking came back and won. That was like the week before we
Flacco?
played them. Yeah, with Flacco. Um, over under George Pickens receiving yards.
I'll take over.
I was
Smashing
gonna say
that.
like 80
Oh really?
I think 80. Yeah.
with the
If you
touchdown.
told me 80, I would still take. I think I could see like 85 from him, just because
Yeah,
Claypool's gone. He's Kenny's favorite target as is. He's gonna get a lot of targets. I could see Pickens racking up like maybe 12 targets and maybe 8
12.
catches.
I was gonna say 6 catches. Fuck.
Over under Fryermuth catches 5.5.
Over. Over.
Over. I didn't say the number. Over.
Could have said 10. I would have taken the over.
Fuck.
Kenny check down Pickett. Yeah.
Hey,
He's
Fryermuth.
just really
No,
good.
is it No, Fryermuth has already had more plays over 20 yards than his whole rookie year.
Really?
Yeah, more receptions over 20 yards last year.
He's always open.
Yeah,
It's nice.
Fryermuth's gonna be. I think honestly, I'm putting the house on him having a fucking breakout game this week. I'm talking like 140 yards.
What?
Because that's what they're saying, that at least Tomlin's presser today, they were saying that we felt comfortable giving away Chase because we liked how Pat could fill that void over the middle coming out of the slot. I don't know football terms like that, but I think they're
I
really gonna
remember.
utilize Fryermuth this last end of the year.
I remember before the season even started, I had watched a video talking about how the Steelers are like are utilizing Claypool in the wrong way, and they should basically like make him out to be a big tight end because those are the kind of matchups where he would dominate. And it's literally like, okay, like Claypool's best place in this offense to do well is probably going to be, being in that sort of tight end role where he just has crazy mismatches, just because he's huge. And Firemouth is filling that better than Claypool anyway. So it makes total sense that we feel comfortable like just giving all those touches and targets to
Yeah, I mean,
Firemouth.
Claypool had slot corners on him all.
And he still sucked.
That's the point here. I'm really I want to get excited for this game, man. I have us winning, but team this year, man. Uh, I'm excited though. I want to see what our secondary looks like with William Jackson the third as well. Miles Jack is questionable for the game, so we'll see how that goes. I really want to see a Mark Robinson getting us some. That'd be interesting.
We see William Jackson the third even play.
They said they will. I think the fucking back that bothered him in Washington long round. Akel is pretty much done for the year. I think they're shutting him down because they got Jackson. Does Andy Dalton torture secondary this week, guys? What's the over under for Dalton pass yards? I'm gonna say 210 right now.
I'll take the over, but not by a lot. I think Olave is going to be a problem for us just because he gets so many targets and he's fucking good. Like he's literally the only weapon on that offense outside of Kamara and obviously Taysom the Goat Hill.
He's on the goat hill. I hope. Actually, I'm more concerned about our run defense containing Kamara, because Kamara could be utilized in so many ways too.
Yeah, shit, I didn't even think about it. Kamara's gonna fucking.
Yeah, we really need Miles Jack healthy for this game.
Kamara's literally a top 3 talent in the league. Like
Yeah, and
literally a top 3.
we disconnect.
Yeah,
He seemed like he was
said
lagging. I didn't say anything. You back?
Back now.
All right,
All right,
sick.
cool.
We can go and wrap it up now though. Unless you guys have any points.
No, I mean, I'm terrified of Kamara. He's literally a top 3 talent in the league. Like overall, he's up there with McCaffrey as far as talent goes. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be. We'll see what our game plan is for containing him. But the Saints passing offense isn't super scary. If you take out Olave, that's kind of it.
Should be a dogfight this week, huh? Shaping up that way.
Yeah, these are 2 gross teams just going at it. So
let's leave on this point though. Thoughts on our Sunday nighter getting flexed out next week against the Bengals?
I think it's great.
I being on the West Coast, I fucking hate these 125 start times though.
why?
It's just middle of the day. It's too like literally middle of the day, and I like 10 a.m. where I could wake up and watch the Steelers, maybe go to the gym right before, or do everything I could do during the day, and then I end the game at night.
It used to be like that, but red zone has changed my mind. 10-1 red zone is awesome. 1 to 4
yeah.
red zone.
I guess you could say that. That's a fair point.
One of 4 red zone sucks because there's only 2 games. I don't know why the NFL only has 2 afternoon games. It's so fucking stupid.
That's usually just to balance out the West Coast games, right?
But they should throw a prime time game from the East Coast at that time.
Well, that's I guess around this time of year the 1 p.m. games do. Or I guess 4:25 there because it's
feels like a
prime
night
time.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
About a second half.
I think this is supposed to be a color rush game for us too, which we'll see what happens. I know the Bengals wanted to wear their white helmets for that game.
Dude, those Bengals white uniforms fucking suck. I don't understand.
They look so much cooler on the promo during the off season, and then when they wore them for that actual game, they looked like fucking zebras.
Yeah. Huh?
The orange helmets with the white uniforms are better.
Yeah, that look hard. The all white looks fucking weird.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just the way the league's saying that you guys fucking suck this year.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't want to watch it Sunday night. I'm not staying up for that shit.
No one wants to watch that. The whole country doesn't want to watch that.
The NFL's already had.
Here's the one thing though: the Chargers end up playing on Sunday night back-to-back games.
That's fine.
It's fine for them.
For Herbert, I'd watch Herbert on Sunday night.
Here's the thing, dude. The NFL needs better fucking primetime games. Think of all the shitty primetime.
Well, look, I mean, that's just fair or not fair.
Predict, though. Like, how do you predict that? How do you predict if a team's gonna be good?
They really thought Russell Wilson was gonna be fucking Patrick Mahomes, and he's literally Cam Newton in 2020.
Everyone gassed up that division so much, and it hasn't turned out.
And then the Raiders are like fucking 1-7. You got the Broncos like 3 wins. The Chargers are fucking hanging by a thread with all those injuries, and the Chiefs are the fucking Chiefs.
That narrative of that conference or that division is probably the most like that's the one that went the most sideways. Literally nothing is happening.
I'll agree with that, but I will give them their matchups are pretty good. They really stack up well against each other. I mean, I haven't looked at like how the Raiders and the Chiefs have played or the Chargers, but like seeing the Chargers and Chiefs, didn't the Broncos had another one too, right? They were actually close. Primetime game? Or am I tripping? I have the Chiefs and Chargers have been really good against each other.
Last year, that was one of the better games of the whole season.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, dude. I think all the fucking Chargers receivers are dead or something.
Yeah, they're
all injured.
Allen and who else?
You know what sucks? You know what sucks for Herbert? He probably has one of the best arms, and he probably has the best arm in the league. But he has the slowest wide receiving core in the whole fucking league.
They should have gave us a first for Claypool, man.
No, that would have been stupid.
Taking
should
that.
That's a team that could take a first round wide receiver this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully settle for Jackson Smith.
Addison, but
Will Addison stay in play, or will he run back to Pittsburgh? Who knows? I think I said we were gonna wrap it up 5 minutes ago. I guess yeah, let's wrap it up then. R.I.P. Takeoff.
Oh fuck.
that was the best video of that whole year.
Let's wrap it up
then. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And go Steelers. Peace out.